I don't. Okay, you should. Okay, if anybody, I will ask any question. Please reply. Okay, let me know if you know. You can say yes. If you don't know, you can say no. Now we will move to us. We have started the last lecture with assembly AGV. We have seen various types of AGVs like we have started with automatic guided vehicle, also known as popularly known as the AGV. Okay, these are the vehicles are used to carry the load. Okay, carry the load from one place to the another place, but in that there is no driver to drive that vehicle. After that, we have seen some of the AGVs like fork-lifted AGV. Next, we have seen the application where we can use this fork-lifted AGVs. Next, underived AGVs we have seen. After that, we have seen again application where we can use that. Next, towing AGVs. Okay. Again, we have seen application unit load AGVs. Okay. Videos of related that unit load. After we have started assembly AGVs, okay, mostly these are used in assembly purpose. Okay, this automatic guided vehicles. Okay, also no. Okay, for that reason it is known as the assembly. Again, we have seen videos related to that. I have shared this PPT to you in study material. Please, you can check that and you can okay see that videos as well as you can go through it all the PPTs. Next, we have seen heavy load AGVs. One example we have seen that to transport heavy loads like transformers, we can use these kinds of AGVs. High speed mini AGVs application. After that, we have seen navigation in AGVs. Navigate means how that AGVs will travel, how the navigate that automatic guided vehicles. Navigation means one road map, how the how that travel, in which system, in which basis it will travel. Like we can use wired navigation, okay, or we can say that like magnetic guide tape to navigate out the movement of that vehicle. Okay, मुवमेंट कशी करणार आहे तर एक मॅग्नेटिक टेपचे साइन करू शकतो किंवा एखाद्याला तुम्हाला डायरेक्शन द्यायची असेल त्या त्याचे काय एजीबी आहे तर त्यासाठी आपण काय करू शकतो तर एक वायर्ड नेव्हिगेशन सिस्टीम यूज करू शकतो, लेझर टार्गेटेड नेव्हिगेशन सिस्टीम यूज करू शकतो किंवा विजन गायडेड असेल, ओके, जिओ गायडेड असेल किंवा LIDR लाईट डिटेक्टिव्ह अँड रेंजिंग. ओके, हे सेन्सर यूज करून तुम्ही काय करू शकता तर ते व्हेकल मूव्ह करू शकता. Okay, these are the some sectors where we can use these AGVs, okay, automatic guided vehicle, where we can use pharmaceutical, chemical, manufacturing, automotive, paper, print, food, beverage, hospital, warehousing, and theme park. Okay, after that, in last lecture only we have started this mobile robot. What is meant by robot? Okay, mobile robot is simply we can written here. You can read here. Device. It is a device you able to perform activities similar to human. Okay, that robots are known as the mobile robots. Okay, or in another language we can write programmable manipulator able to execute multiple operations like example like material and part handling, following programmed paths to fulfill a large variety of tasks. This one is the another definition we can say. Again, the mobile robots or mobile platform with a large mobility within its environment. Means we can say that robots can work with different environment. Like here I have written air, land, underwater. We can work. Next, some of terms related to that mobility is number of degree of freedom to that robot, a certain level of autonomy and perception ability. Means like if there is some condition in front of that robot, it can be that robot can be judge itself, okay, that condition. Okay, next we have started with history of that robot from where to where. Okay, you can see here the first robot it is developed similar to this one, and now it is look like a human. It is starting from 1150 to the 1150 to the till the date. Okay, means it is 2000. The Honda has developed that Asomo. Okay, last time we have seen the one video in that similar to human that work is done by that robot. Next, today we'll start with the our components of mobile robot. Okay, which are the components of mobile robot? There are so there are different components of that robot which is used that each component is functioning different. Now you can see this RF communication antenna. RF is radio frequency communication antenna. With the help of this antenna, we can control the robot. Okay, by providing the specific frequency, we can control the frequency. We can control the that robot. Next, microphone. Microphones are used to detect or the any noise outside to communicate that noise to that robot. Okay, they are using microphone. Next, proximity sensors. Okay, these are the sensors again to avoid the accident from the any object in front of this mobile robot. To avoid that, we require this proximity sensor. Next, video camera. Okay, video camera is used similar to our eye. Okay, आपल्या डोळे ज्या पद्धतीने डोळे असतात त्या पद्धतीने त्याला काय प्रोव्हाइड केलेली तर व्हिडिओ कॅमेरा प्रोव्हाइड केली. Next, ranging of IV sensors. Okay. Some of the sensors are ranging sensors. They are attached, okay, to detect the position or the location. Okay. Next, ultrasound transducer, sonar polarized. Okay, these are the used for, okay, again for traveling purpose. These sensors or these components are used. Next, microwave motion detector. Again, there is any motion in front of this mobile robot, the robot can stand itself. Okay, stand at one position. Next, next one is the a range finder. Okay, these are the some two range finders. Again, onboard computer magnetic compass to measure the robot orientation, temperature, and time. Okay, similar to this one means in this robo only you can see the okay, temperature as well as okay, orientation of. There is one computer fitted on this robot. With the help of that only we can actually calculate the temperature or the outside temperature we can measure with the help of that sensors and transducers. Next, here the battery is mounted at lower side. Wheels are used to move that robot from one place. Okay, these are the components of a mobile robot. You can see here this robot is developed by comparing with the clone. Okay, you can see here now video camera. It is similar to our eye. Okay, microphones are used similar to our ears. Okay, like our human parts, similar parts are mounted on this robots. The robot was the same part packaging mounted to the robot. Now, a mobile robot is combination of various physical hardware and computational software components. Okay, means in that hardware as well as software components are there. Okay, in terms of hardware components, a mobile robot can consider as a collection of subsystems for locomotion. Locomotion means you can say that how the robot moves through its environment. Locomotion means there are different environments. If you go to the air, the temperature is different. Okay, environmental condition will different. In land, there may be changes in temperature. Okay, means every environment the robot can move. This again next one is the sense. Okay, there are subsystems of that. These are the subsystems of that robot. Next, sensing how the robot measure properties of itself and its environment. Means if it is high temperature, that robot cannot move further. The robot will stop or it will move backward side. If temperature goes on increase. Means that due to sensors, that robot can analyze itself as well as environment. Means the robot temperature also increasing, then also the robot will stop at its position. Next, reasoning how the robot map the measurement into action. Okay. After sensing the that robot will convert that into the action. Suppose we are giving some instruction to that robot. Okay, that robot will sense and accordingly it will do the action. If you want to lift some weight from one place to another place, then in that case we have to instruct to that robot. Okay, we have to do these things. Okay, we have to provide the program such that the robot perform similarly. Next, communication. How the robot communicates with an outside operator. Okay, some of the now we can find in our uh, India or in our country or the outside the country, the robot which will communicate to the human also. Okay, if you say how are you, then that robot will reply I am fine. A similar kind of communication will be seen in that nowadays robot. Okay, if you instruct them again, you can do this thing. Or the you can instruct like you can go through the kitchen and you can come with 1 cup of tea. Then that robot also it will go to the kitchen and it will take that cup of tea and it will come to your in your hand. In terms of software components, a set of subsequent subsystems are responsible for planning in its various aspects. Okay, and a software it will help you okay to plan okay activities of that robot, and hardwares are to only communicate. Sorry, these are the main components of the hardware. Okay, the movement, sensing, and converting and communication. Okay, we'll see one video related to that. You can understood okay how actually robots are. I will play this video. It is in they have prepared one. Okay, walking. You can see this one. Locomotion, dancing. Okay, these are the some components you can find in front of obstacle of the any distortion that robot will predict and accordingly it will. Each motion you can control with the help of this software. I hope you will see. You can see that how working that mobile. This is about our mobile robot. Next part of this our first unit is autonomous mobile robots. Okay, or simply we can it is known as AMR. Okay, autonomous mobile robot. Okay, lastly we have seen in previously we have seen AGVs. Okay, both are different. AGV and AMR. AGV means automatic guided vehicles, and these are the autonomous mobile robot. What is the difference between these two, AGV and AMR? Okay, can anyone knows about? If you see in AGVs, there is one fixed path to travel that AGVs, but in autonomous mobile robot, okay, there is no requirement of any fixed path. That robot will, okay, if obstacle will in front of that robot will change his path according to the, okay, according to the canvas. These robots are changing the routes according to its environment. Means obstacle it will come, then it will develop its new own path. Okay, हे काय करेल त्याचं नवीन path काय करेल तर develop करेल. Now we'll see what is mean by autonomous mobile robot. An AMR is an autonomous mobile robot with natural navigation able to redefine routes or paths and avoid obstacles. Okay. आता जर एजीव्ही मध्ये बघितलं असेल तर ऑब्स्टॅकल आला तर ते काय करत होते एजीव्ही इट विल स्टँड ऑफ द it will stop at its own position. Okay, but in autonomous mobile robot If obstacle in front of that robot will change its direction and accordingly it will develop the new path. An AMR does not require predefined fixed path. Okay, I have written here. Means AMR does not require any predefined path or fixed path, but AGVs are required to fix the path. Okay, AGV ला काय लागणार आहे, फिक्स पाथ लागेल, परंतु AMR ला फिक्स पाथ गरजेचं नाही. Okay, next it can be defined its route on the fly. Okay, it will define its according to its, okay, while traveling it will define its route. If an obstacle is detected, the AMR adjusts its path to navigate around the object. Basically, natural navigation means the robot maps the environment and is able to navigate and localize itself just watching the environment. Okay, this navigation system itself, okay, it is nothing but it will develop the logic such that it will move around that, it will check the environmental status and accordingly it will develop the path of that robot. Next, again mobile robot related to, we will see something related to that mobile robot. A mobile robot needs locomotion mechanism that enable it to move unbounded throughout its environment. Okay, means I have written here. Okay, काय लिहिले बघा तर, for locomotion means for traveling purpose, mechanism that enable it move unbounded through its environment. These are the, there is no requirement of the requirement of fixed path or fixed line to move according to that. In a laboratory, there are the research robots that can, okay, walk, jump, run, slide, skate, swim, fly, and of course roll. Means in many laboratories or in previous videos we have seen, okay, there are a different robots which can walk, jump, run, slide, okay, skate also, swim, fly, and the, of course roll also. Means these activities can do that robot. Now, owing to limitation and complexity in the commercializing the above research robot, mobile robot is used in industrial industries, generally in locomotive either. Using wheeled mechanism, a wheel known as human technology for vehicles. Okay, now these robots we have seen like the robots can do walking, jumping, running, sliding. But generally, if you see in industries, the many robots are used either wheeled, okay, or wheeled or the stationary condition robots. And are wheeled robots you can see here, okay, in this picture. Okay, these are the wheels are provided for the movement of that robot. Using a small number of articulated legs, the simplest of biological approaches to loop. Okay, next one, we can use wheel as well as legs to that robots also. Next, the wheels has been a far the most popular locomotive mechanism in mobile robots and in man-made vehicle in general. Okay, understood what I have written here? Wheel has been a far most popular locomotive mechanism in mobile road in man-made vehicle in general. Means mostly these are the wheels are used in, okay, wheels are used in our maximum robots. In addition, balance is not usually a research problem in wheeled robot designer, because the wheeled robot are almost always designed so that all wheels are in ground contact at all. Means if you want to design legged robot, there may be chances or we required if you want to design the legged robot, in that case we require to design balancing system of that robot. Okay, but wheels, there is no requirement. If we attach the wheel to that robot, then there is no requirement of any balance. Okay, because all wheels are rest at its ground. Okay, thus three wheels are sufficient to guarantee stable balance. Okay, for balancing purpose, we can use the wheels. Next, when more the three wheels are used, suspension system is required to allow a wheels to maintain ground contact when the robot encounters uneven terrain. Okay, means to move in a land, okay, three wheels are sufficient. Okay, if we increase that more wheels, then in that case we need to attach suspension system to that robot. Build a robot may face problem of traction and stability and control. Always we need to check, can the wheel provide sufficient traction and stability for the robot to cover all of the desired terrain. Terrain is land. Simply you can remember land. Does the robot's field configuration enable sufficient control over the velocity of the robot? Okay, means mostly in industry, wheeled robots are used. You should remember this. And the wheel will provide the more stable that robot. Okay, there is no requirement of balancing or anything, and it will provide the more grip with land. Okay. Next one, these are the some of the wheels. Okay, are used standard wheels, 2 degree of freedom rotation around the motorized wheel axle and the contact point. Okay, these are the wheels are used for 2 degree of freedom. Okay, I have down one video related to that. Okay, these are the wheels. Okay, you can see that how it will mobile route. Okay, we'll move to the next one. Okay, cluster wheel. Okay, 2 degree of freedom rotation around and offset at joint. Okay, Here also there is 2 degree of freedom, but it will rotation around the wheel and wheel axis and the contact point. Now we will see this one. For offset traveling, we need these kinds of wheel. Okay, next one are sandwich wheel. Okay, sorry, Swedish Swedish wheels. Okay, Swedish wheels, 3 degree of freedom. These wheels having 3 degree of freedom. Rotation around the wheel axis, around the rollers, and around the contact point. Means it having the 3 degree of freedoms. Okay, means along the wheel axis also it will rotate, around the roller also it will rotate, and around the contact point. Okay, now we will see actually how these are these wheels. Okay, see this one. These kinds of wheels, Swedish. Actually, it will show the rotation of this one is 360 degrees. You can see complete video. Next one is the ball and spherical wheel. Okay, this one is the another type of wheel. Now we will see that one. Spherical types of wheel, ball and spherical type of wheel. This one. You can see this one, how actually it works. Okay. Next one is the legged mobile robot. Now we have seen it is related to the wheeled mobile robot. हे जे काय बघितले तर सगळे there are different types of wheeled robot. Okay, like you can see the standard wheels, cluster wheels. Okay, after that spherical wheels or Swedish wheels. These are the types of our wheels. Okay, wheels of our robots. Next one is the our legged mobile robot. There are okay. Now after that we have developed a legged after wheel we have developed this legged mobile robots. Okay, legged locomotion is characterized by a series of point contact between robot and ground. Okay, means there are the different points are connected in series. Okay, similar to our leg. Okay, there are different joints for our leg. Similar joints we can provide to that robo legs. Okay, next the key advantages include adaptability and maneuverability in rough terrain. Means the advantage of this legged robot is this uneven area or this terrain means land. In uneven land also it can work smoothly. Okay, but if you go to the field, if there is a uneven area, then there is problem. But in legged robot, if uneven area is there, then also then also there is no problem. It can survive on that environment because only set of point contact is required. That quality of ground between those points do not matter so long as robot can maintain adequate ground clearance. Okay, next, in addition, a walking robot is capable of crossing a hole, okay, so long as it reach exceeds the width of the hole. Next, a final advantages of legged locomotive is potential to manipulate object in the environment and great skills. And excellent insect example, dung beetle, capable of rolling a ball while locomotion by the by way of its dexterous frontal. The main disadvantages of legged locomotive includes power and mechanical complexity. The leg, which may include several degrees of freedom, must be able to sustain part of the robot total weight and may robot must capable of lifting and lowering the robot. Okay, this is related to legged robot. In that, okay, what I have written there, if you compare with the wheel, okay, this legged robot will provide more and more, okay, flexibility to us. Okay, flexibility means you can compare, okay, with you one four wheel vehicle or the simple one wheeled robot with you, and you compare with yourself only. Okay, what advantages you can find build that robot and yourself. Okay, you have two legs and that robot having, okay, you can consider you as a robot. Okay, and another one is the wheeled robot. If you compare yourself and that wheeled robot, you as a robot you can consider, and another one is the wheeled robot. If you compare yourself with that robot, you can get many more advantages. Okay, like they require less, okay, space to stand. Again, it will lift the load, or the lifting and lowering the load is very easy with the help of that legged robot. But if you go for to that wheeled robot, then it may be we have to provide some extra arrangement to lifting and lowering, okay, to that. But in legged there is no requirement of any leg, sorry, any requirement of any lifting or lowering arrangement. Next, there are different types of legged robot. Okay, this one is the single legged robot. This one is the two-legged robot. Okay, now we'll see one video in that how that single robot legged robot is works. Okay, and two-legged also we will see. You can see this one. If single robot, then the stability must be we require to provide. Okay, how can we stabilize that? How to balance that single robot with we can provide stability. You can see here the stability of the balance we can provide by giving the movement from up to down. Movement along x y direction. Jumping will provide the balance. Two-legged robots. Like human, it will. You can see that how that autonomous, you can say that mobile robot, it will change if there is obstacle in front of that, it will change the direction. Okay, today we will stop here. In next lecture we will start the four-legged robot, next robot. We need again 2-3 hours to finish our 2 hours maximum to finish this. Okay, today and next two lectures we will finish. Please write your roll numbers in chat box. You can write your roll number. If you have any problem, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. No problem. Anybody having any problem? Please let me know. Yes. Anybody having any problem? Remaining participant, please write your roll numbers in chat box. Write down fast and you can leave the meeting. Yes. Rohit Chetge. Write down fast. You can leave meeting if you have written. Eleven. Harshal. Aniket Bansode. Write down fast and you can leave the meeting. Harshal, you can leave, no problem. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Please rename your name. Rohit Salgar. Can you unmute yourself? Rohit Salgar.